Hello friends! Today we're going to talk about partitioning circles and rectangles. This follows the New Jersey Common Core State Standards in 2nd grade for geometry. First, let's look at some circles and rectangles. As you can see, there are 2 circles and 2 rectangles. You will notice that the circles and the rectangles are of different size, but they still are circles and rectangles based on the properties. The properties of circles are it has no sides, no corners, and it's completely enclosed. The properties of a rectangle are it's a 4-sided shape with 4 corners or angles, and the opposite sides are parallel. So what exactly are equal shares? That is when we split something up into parts that are of the same size. If we wanted to share a pizza with 4 of our friends, we would want to make sure that we split the pizza in equal parts to be fair. We wouldn't want one friend with a really big piece and another friend with a really small piece. The word partition means to split something up into parts. If you look at the word, you will see part in the beginning of the word. This helps us to remember what the word means. When we partition circles, we need to make sure of 2 things: that the lines go through the middle and that they are equally spaced. If you look at the orange circle, you will notice that the lines don't go through the middle, which creates pieces that are not equal. If you look at the white circle, you will see that the lines are evenly spaced. Each part is of the same size. After we partition, we count the number of equal shares we now have. In the blue circle, we split it up into 2 equal shares. 1, 2. In the red circle, you can see that we split it up into 3 equal shares. And in the purple circle, you can see that we split it up into 4 equal shares. In all 3 of the circles, the lines are evenly spaced and they go through the middle of the circle. After we partition, we can look at it a different way. The blue circle we split into 2 equal shares. Now, these are halves. We split it into 2 equal halves. In the red circle, we split it into 3 equal shares. These are called thirds. You can see it's 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. In the purple circle, you can see that we split it into 4 equal shares. These are called fourths. When partitioning rectangles, we can do it in either rows or columns. Rows go horizontally and columns go vertically. When we partition a rectangle, we need to make sure that the lines are equally spaced. In the yellow rectangle, you can see that they're not equally spaced. It created some parts that are bigger than the other. After we partition rectangles, we now count the number of equal shares we now have. In the purple rectangle, we split it into 4 equal parts. In the blue rectangle, we split it into 3 equal parts. And in the green rectangle, we split it into 2 equal parts. We have now partitioned the rectangles. Since we partitioned them, we can now call them something different. In the purple rectangle, we split it into 4 equal shares. We can now call them fourths. 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. If you had 4 friends, each friend would get 1/4. In the blue rectangle, we split it into 3 equal shares. Each equal share is a third. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. In the green rectangle, we split it into halves. We partition the rectangle into 2 equal shares. We can now call this 1/2 and 1/2. So why are we even learning about this, you may ask? Well, soon we will be learning fractions. And this is the first step into being able to understand fractions. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this video.